You don't mind if I smoke and I drive, baby. You just came for a nice little time. Look, we about to take off, hit a night, babe. 2, 3, lift off, then we fly. Ooh, the feeling's natural high. Got me wrapped up in you, fulfilling my desire. Get what I deserve, I get what I'm worth. Oh, yeah, man. I'm building my life, just come with the perks. Oh, yeah, man. I'm peeping the scene, checking the curtains. Oh, yeah, man. I'm staying alive, I'm making it work. Oh, yeah, man. Right now I feel good, and others I'm worked. Oh, yeah, man. It's love in the air, she loving I flirt. Oh, yeah, man. They throwing that shade, they throwing that dirt. Oh, yeah. My hopes is really hoping that it works.
Excuse me. Yeah, now listen here, baby. I know this is a new car. It's brand new. It's something different. You know, I just want to, you don't mind if I smoke and roll up in here, right?
Oh, the feeling's natural. Got me wrapped up in you, fulfilling my desire.
Flights. Yeah, calm it down. You're not alone. Call me now when you are alone. We all in clouds like water droplets, yo. We falling down, and now we gotta go into another realm. And truly there I am. I got rocked to sleep cause your beauty was a scam. Like who's the pilot man? He flew but didn't land. I came down to earth, she tried to use me as a man. That's usually the plan. We had to find another routine. Yeah, and you never find another unless he is a sucker who's weak. Yeah, you chillin' with a boss now, girl. Come and be my employee. I'm a human sex machine, girl. You don't need all them toys. All I really want you to do is believe in your boy. We going on a natural high like the Commodores, cause
you don't mind, no, you don't mind it all. You don't mind, no, you don't mind it all. We're about to take off, hit it, lift off, you fly. You don't mind, no, you don't mind it all. You don't mind, no, you don't mind it all. We're about to take off, hit it, lift off, you fly. Time out. It is Cashapp CeitoLLC, the spirit coach, getting you in shape and form for the age of Aquarius yet again. You're now drinking the wine of Zeus. Welcome everyone to the Zeus cast. Okay. Today's session is sponsored by, my brand Ceito World. You can go to Ceito.world. It's no longer CeitoWorld.com for a minute, but we got Ceito.world, where you can go and look up, my services. You can go look up my music. You can go look up, videos, get in contact with me. I also have a subscription service, via astrology that you can get into. It's about $5 a month. So make sure you take advantage of Ceito.world. It's no longer CeitoWorld.com. My subscription, I post astrology daily based upon the 7 days of the week. I do services, readings, all type of shit like that. Okay, so what are we doing today? Okay, so we're giving time to something very important, for everyone to kind of be physically and mentally equipped with what's coming up, via the age of Aquarius. Okay, so we got a lot of conversation and talk about, laws, religion. We got a lot of talk about feminism. You got a lot of talk about churches and, a lot of things where, this stuff is going to be effective and it's influential to us because we the people. So, you know, we all sharing ideas, we all sharing thoughts and feelings and stuff like that. And pretty much how we feel and, you know, what makes the most sense out of how we feel. A lot of times that is what kind of get paid attention to, uh, you know, especially in this social context right now that we got going on. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, we got to talk about one of the biggest topics, and you know, because I think this is, you know, what to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So we got to talk about God. You know what I'm saying, because that's what everybody is talking about. God. Oh, excuse me, my friends. My friends. Oh, maybe no, yeah. Yep. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. You know, the masculine is always on the left, and feminine is always on the right. Okay. My friend Poppy here, you know, I don't know if you guys are familiar. My kids love this show. But you know, it's a lot of trolling going on the internet. So, you know, I just thought it would be uh, you know, in good context and spirit to bring, you know, the trolls through, because, you know, they like, you know, trolls just want to have fun, right? So, you know, trolls just want to have fun. So we're gonna let the trolls sit in on the conversation, and, you know, shout out Poppy and Branch and stuff like that. All right. Okay. And shout out to, let me pull this up, right? Let me pull this up. Shout out to this. Out to everybody with Asperger's. Asperger's is a thing that I kind of figured out over the last day or two. Not over the day or two, but over the last month or two. You know what I'm saying? That it's something that I kind of, you know, identify as with, you know. So a lot of times, you know, just with me growing up in the situation I have or whatever, I didn't grow up, you know, social or knowing how to socialize or communicate. So, you know, I've always tried to put myself in the best way where I can kind of communicate and socialize. And that's kind of see what you do me doing today. Like I didn't always talk to people. I didn't always, you know, look people in the eye when I was speaking to them. So this is what you're seeing today is a very practiced version of me. So shout out to all my Asperger people. I think Elon Musk is an Asperger, you know, like people like Bill Gross, Bill Gates and stuff like that. So, you know, you guys can go look up more information on that on your own time. But you know, I just wanted to bring a special shout out to that. A lot of times we be kind of whimsical, like in different worlds and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times we just say shit. You know what I'm saying? That without we're very logical. We're very logical when it comes to our expressions in a way where we might not empathize in certain ways with, you know, the social cues or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, Stargirl, she kind of been helping me on that journey. You know what I'm saying? Understand humans, because I ain't goddamn human. But, so shout out to, not saying everybody that got Asperger's ain't human or whatever. I'm a little different, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's what it is. But yeah, so shout out to everybody that joined today or whatever. And we're going to get into the video. And the video is titled Religious God. The religious God nature has to be enforced by humans. Okay? So, you know, it's a big ting. It's a big tinga. It's a big tinga ting. You know what I'm saying? That we got to understand when it comes to God. Okay? It's a big tinga that we got. Don't y'all love? I think I should just sit on the couch. Maybe just do the live from back here, like this. Can you guys still hear me good if I do the live back here? I like the trolls too. Like I think trolls just want to have fun. Trolls just wanna have fun. Yeah, trolls just wanna have fun. My daughter loves that shit. She loves that show. I took them to see the movie and stuff like that. So yeah, shout out to all the trolls worldwide and stuff like that. We need y'all. You know what I'm saying? We need y'all. Okay, so the religious God has to be enforced. Okay. Now, why do I say this? How do we know this? How do we know that the religious God has to be enforced? Okay. So if you go in we can put this to test, right? Because let's just say we put it to test, right? You just put this shit to test. You ain't gonna see a God without man enforcing it. Okay, so that's basically what I'm saying today, right? Religious God has to be enforced by humans. Okay? All right? So you're not going to see that in any other way. Now, I ain't talking about, okay, well, they said God was responsible for birth and life and stuff like that and things that I get that, right? You know, I believe in, you know, what we call all possibilities and us making ourselves all possible, you know, to the world. But I'm actually talking about the God of the Bible and the God of the Bible needing to be enforced by humans. Okay, now let's think logical, right? If you go in a very silent place where no one is at, right? Where no one is at, and start screaming blasphemous shit, things against God, things against the Bible, doing things against the Bible, okay? You'll find out that there is no God that is going to hear you like, man, this nigga tripping, and strike you down. Like, you're not going to find it. So I think we should do a test first, right? Like, I think we should do a test. I think we should get a bunch of people, right? About 100 people, right? But this got to be secret because I don't want nobody blowing y'all up or nothing like that. Like, you know, I don't want none of these religious people, like, you know what I'm saying? Because they get real psyoppy. I don't want them to blow y'all. So we got to get like 100 people, right? We got to get 100 people and bring them to like a room and like, let's all test if they go in somewhere and be like, oh, God. Like, let's see what happens to them. I bet you that ain't shit gonna happen to them unless somebody got the drop on the low. If you got the drop on the low, then you know what I'm saying. If somebody got the drop on the low, y'all might be in danger. You know I'm saying y'all actually might be in danger if somebody got the drop on the low. But for the most part, if they don't got the drop on the low, let's say people go into, you know what I'm saying, whatever this place or whatever, one by themselves. You know what I'm saying, 100 people. They go in the room, be like, do this. And, you know what I'm saying? You'll find out that God is not there to enforce itself, right? Right? Let's just say, hypothetically. So, that's very odd, isn't it? Right? So, we know people who cheat, steal, kill, and do these types of things and crime against like God's word or will in the Bible, right? We know those people that do them types of things don't really get consequence, and God don't enforce itself. So, you know what I'm saying? It's really only enforced by humans. All right. So we know people who cheat, steal, kill, do all these types of crimes against God's will in the Bible, right? But yet, right, you cannot indulge in any of these things. Cheating, stealing, killing, robbing, lying, or whatever, which is kind of impossible to lie because we all lie and things, you know what I'm saying? You know, we might be in a space where it'd be like, so that's a crime against the God if we look at it in a Bible context, right? You cannot indulge in any of these things, but you will still see people succeeding more than you, right? And you will have less of the things that they have that God promises to his people. Right? Shout out to the chat. What y'all say? Audio is clear on the couch. Shout out to Mello. So, what does that tell you? What does that tell you? That's very odd, isn't it? Right? You can do none of these things, but you will have less of what God promises people. Now, if we're going off the Bible, if we're going off conservative views of, maybe not conservative views, but orthodox views of the Bible, right? Right? Because the promises, God got promises like deliverance from evil. God got promises like freedom. God got promises like freedom from addiction, financial provision, marriage, health, healing, fear, anxiety, the shit in society. But yet, we don't see that happening to people that's just too goody two shoes, right? So we got to look at either the shit that's built up or whatever and that's given to you is a false representation of God, or, we just got to question that shit. I think we got to question that shit, right? So where is God actually? Now, let's do it reverse. Now, go in a place full of people, like somewhere downtown, and try the same mechanism somewhere downtown or a big city or something like that. Try the same mechanism I just said, right? Which is saying blasphemous things against the Bible and, like cursing, do that, right? When you do it alone, God ain't gonna come and force itself, right? But when you do it amongst a bunch of people in a popular area, right, what you gonna get? Very different results. So you might get told to quiet down. You might get put out the area or the facility. Worse, you might get assaulted. Oh my God. Now that's depending on who you're dealing with. Now, why is that? Because I'm going to tell you the reason right now. There is not one God in any religion or spiritual concept that isn't enforced by man. I'm going to let that sink in. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Oh, yeah, you're going to have this child, bitch. You're going to have this child. Now, let's go back to the first. Let's go back to the first point. Now, let's say, you come up with the thought and feeling of, okay, yeah, God might not do that right now. He might not strike you down right now while you're in that room, but when you come out and stuff like that, and you get that let's say, that give you the heebie-jeebies, or let's say, well, to do that behind closed doors. Let's say that give you the heebie-jeebies. 99% of the time, you fear that because of what you've been taught about God's power. Okay? Let's say you scared to go and do something blasphemous behind closed doors to God, right? And I ain't talking about nothing extreme. I'm just talking about a simple lie, or one of the more sins we kind of, put on a lesser scale. I'm not saying go kill. This is not promoting that type of stuff like that, but just one of the most sins on a lesser scale. You know what I'm saying? Like one of the easy ones. You're not gonna find God enforcing it itself. You know what I'm saying? What you always find is man enforcing God. But like I said, let's say that give you the heebie-jeebies to do that behind closed doors. 99% of the time you fear that because of what you've been taught about God's power. Now, what have you been taught about God's power? Of course, from the Bible standpoint, if I heard someone taking niggas to the sky, you know what I'm saying, striking niggas' kingdoms down, raising niggas from the dead and shit, why wouldn't I fear that? You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't I fear that? I don't blame you. You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't I fear that? Why would I fear that, hesitate to do that? If I really, you know what I'm saying? If I'm going off the text, right? Yet it seems God's power is truly only in this context through your beliefs. You know what I'm saying? If we're going off the Bible, right? So we got to ask ourselves, so what is God truly? Who is God truly? Okay. If the God of the Bible was striking shit. The God of the Bible was doing shit. Like the God of the Bible was like in the field. You know what I'm saying? Striking shit. You know what I'm saying? Striking shit. The God of the Bible was striking shit. Okay? So if the God of the Bible can enforce itself, and the God today that most Protestants, Orthodox, and Jews profess, even seculars, can't enforce itself, then we got to take a closer look. We got to take a closer look. You got to take a closer look, right? That's worth taking a closer look. So the God in the Bible was enforcing itself. The God in not that what that ain't in the Bible, was it? Let's see. Right. Shout out to Saint Una. He was a step up. You know what I'm saying? Lemon pepper steppers on all the time, 10 toes and stuff like that. Lemon pepper steppers. Shout out to everybody who's in this thing too. So, right? Because yeah, so if the God of the Bible can enforce itself, and the God that most Protestants, Orthodox, and Jews profess can't, then we got to see why is that? Why I can't do that? You know what I'm saying? Because we got to take a closer look. So the argument of today's time, based upon, within, the blogosphere and stuff like that, it's because it's based upon, most Orthodox Christians and people who are into Catholicism, will argue that the nations today are becoming more secular, without being Orthodox, right? And they're in failure or declining and stuff like that. So that's why we got all of this despair, and we got all of this change, all you know what I'm saying, all of this feminism, they're against LGBTQ, all of that shit. All of that shit. We got all that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's their argument. A secular nation is whatever. So, but they'll blame the climate on, godless people. Now, keep in mind, these aren't humans, by the way. But ain't nobody about to enforce this doctrine because it ain't finna be God. Only people that's finna enforce this doctrine is humans. Okay? So, keep that in mind. Ain't nobody finna enforce this doctrine but humans. So, moving on. So this is what they not telling y'all. You got a group of humans playing God, and they'll go to extreme to do so. You know what I'm saying? They're not coming to you like the doctrine has to be enforced. So the God of today's time is man. And honestly, man has always wrote the Bible. Now, is that a bad idea? Is the God of today's time is that a bad idea? Not necessarily a bad idea, right? Because we do get, word structure. Really, they got is Saturn. That's really it. You know what I'm saying? Word structure. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get into that a little bit too. But it's not a bad idea. However, when we get groups of spirits wanting to maintain power, this is when it gets into manipulation. Manipulation of innocent minds, utilizing propaganda, and motherfuckers ending lives, blowing up shit over they God, they man. their mentality, right? Because man represents the mentality. And that's when the shit got out of hand. And we seen it. We seen it. We seen it. We seeing it now. That's what Israel and shit and all of them do. Blowing up each other based upon a transition of the sun and calling it a specific deity. Right? So, you got to understand when it comes to these debates and stuff like that, because we get into the times. It's election season and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We 2,000 years, we at the starting point. And so, you know what I'm saying? Understanding how to utilize, you know, your mentality is going to be your sword and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So you can't let none of these demons fuck with you. Right? So when a motherfucker don't want to be challenged because their inability to logically comprehend, right? This is when they are too masculine, but they are mask it as masculinity. But we always do our masculine for our feminine. So it's good to have emotional intelligence to be able to receive just as much as you externalize. Because, you know, you got to be able to listen to all sides. And these motherfuckers don't want y'all to do that. They think you talking is bad. They think you talking about it. They think you knowing about it is bad. But yet these motherfuckers is mentally retarded. Okay? So even in the Bible, right? What am I talking about as far as like receiving and stuff like that? Even in the Bible, they say a woman will be saved through childbirth. Okay? It's not talking about a literal female or physical contraception, right? Oh, no, not contraception. Conception, right? So it's talking about anytime we receive women, that's a women trait, feminine trait. Sorry, that feminine goes beyond male and female. Feminine is the ability to receive, masculine is the ability to externalize. So I tweeted this one time so y'all can kind of get the concept, right? Man equals the principle of masculine attributes being played out by spirits in male bodies to tie together the virtues of masculinity. So it's just tying together the virtues. What does masculine things does? And a male, because we're more correlated to that nature, we can play out those attributes better. We can tie those attributes together better. Then woman equal the principle of feminine attributes being played out by spirits in female bodies to tie together certain virtues of femininity, because they can receive. Men got dicks, women got vajajas. You know what I'm saying? We love the vajajas. So you don't have to be a male to be a man. So because you can have, well, to utilize the man principle, because you got the man, you can utilize logic, man externalizing, and you don't have to be but you do have to be a man to be a man. So you don't have to be a male to be a man, but you do have to be a man to be a man. Don't let that go over your head. Don't let that go over your head. All right. So back to the Bible reference. So this is why I say women will be saved through childbearing. It's not talking about literal. Let me go to the actual verse. I'll show you the actual verse, so y'all can keep it for y'all own notes and shit like that. I just posted this on my story. Y'all make sure y'all follow me on Instagram, Kelsito. Women, however, will be saved through childbearing if they continue faith, love, and holiness with self-control. Now, how many bitches you know they got kids that ain't saved? So it's not talking about actual women. You know what I'm saying? I mean, actual females. But it is talking about the women principle. So anytime we receive a child, you know what I'm saying, or imagination, okay, now we can proceed with faith and love. So we putting ourselves in this ability where we can receive, right, women, this child imagination, this seed that can help us proceed with being faithful to something. Okay, we can have emotional control. We can have self-control. You know what I'm saying? we can be inspired to do something else. Now these niggas trying to cut up the women out of the shit in general and cherry pick and shit like that, man. These niggas are sick. You know what I'm saying? But it's not talking about actual female. It's just talking about women. So now you get it in a better context where you don't have to be a female. You could be a man, but you know, if you going through something negative, right? But you got an idea or imagination and stuff, and that idea give you faith or something like that. You know, whatever emotion you was in, it won't lead you to despair. You know what I'm saying? It can lead you to some type of faith, love, and self-control, and make something worthwhile. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you got to kind of look at the whole Bible. Men are thoughts, women are feelings. You know what I'm saying? All of the shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dolo the Pilot Man for breaking that down. You know what I'm saying? Ain't real shit. So, let's move on. You gonna have this child, bitch. You gonna have this child, bitch. Bitch, listen to me, bitch. You gonna have this child. All right. You know what I'm saying? So, that's the negative effect of, you know, religion and Jesuit intellect based upon the interpretation and stuff like that, right? Because you will have a bunch of beta males making females feel like worthless shit if they can't have kids, you know what I'm saying? And just causing all type of negative type of vibes in the world, man. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. It's the age of Aquarius, dude. Come on, dude. Like, look at Poppy and like Branch right here. Like, trolls just want to have fun, dude. So you have a bunch of beta males, right? Just so they can feel good at night because they got little ding dongs, right? They want to have control over women, but they can't get that. They know they'll never be able to get that, so they'll go to extreme lengths and stuff like that, all the way to creating laws and shit and rocking y'all to sleep to have control. To feel, you know what I'm saying? Because they can't feel good at the end of the night. They actually hate their life. So, gotta watch for it, man. That's what I say. That's what I say. So what you need to know is man is enforcing God. And a lot of these motherfuckers in the shadow government. Shadow, what is that? It's not the shadow people. You know what I'm saying? It's what you need to know that it's man enforcing God. Because you have these motherfuckers at a table, right? They'll know this shit, but they'll go and ask you, do you believe in God? Based upon them knowing your intellect and where you at and stuff like that, they gonna play off that. So you gotta be a little bit smarter than that. You know what I'm saying? You need to know God is men. God is a group of men. And whoever made this principle or whatever, you know what I'm saying, in this testimony. So, yeah, so that's what you need to know. But they really good at asking you questions, right? I just talked about that. And they'll use that against you, and they can't even explain the shit to themselves. Like, they can't even explain the Bible. They can't even explain, you know what I'm saying, how God was enforcing itself back then, and God ain't enforcing itself like it was in the Bible now. You know what I'm saying? Now, if they do know that and stuff like that, you know, how God was 10 toes and things based upon what they telling you God is, or what they agreeing or allowing you to think God is, this is allowed. A lot of this shit is allowed. You know what I'm saying? They allow you to think God is, right? You know, instead of finding a way to teach you what God is, like Ceito the Spirit Coach and other real indigenous spirits down here, you know, because they want to maintain, it's either agenda or they dumb as hell. Dumb as hell, right? So, let's say, for example, hold on, wait, I think I'm moving too fast. But yeah, they'll use that against you, and they can't even explain this shit to themselves. Especially, they wouldn't be able to try that shit on a person like Heath. They wouldn't be able to try that shit. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't be able to try that little Jesuit trick on me and stuff like that. But yeah, so let's give a great example of what God is now. So let's say you and I got a store. This is what they call God. Let's say you and I got a store and we created a model that revolutionized the game. Okay? That's what you're seeing on the outside. Basically, our model, how we revolutionize the game, but we kind of still keeping the secrets on the inside. You don't know about that, but we'll tell you a little bit. Well, let's say we get really good at having this store and we gain like all the resources and the intellectual property and whatever. We gave it a title. In their case, God. You know what I'm saying? We get really good and we get better than every store that ever has when it comes to running this business. Okay. Now let's say we go out and help other stores that's been failing in the economy or whatever, or just they did not been doing good, right? We go there, you know what I'm saying? We visit they space, we help them for a little bit. We help them run their business. And let's say we do that for a little minute, we teach them a little sauce and things, or they come up with their own way. So we teach them a little sauce, a little bit stuff, giving them a little, little rinky dink, little situations where they can kind of help themselves. Now, let's say we step back and stuff like that. Let's say, you know what I'm saying, they start doing good, they start feeling themselves or whatever. So we start pointing out, okay, what is these mentalities, right? What is these mentalities where they start, they starting to feel themselves. So let's say they start falling off. Now, from their from their perspective, it's gonna look like once we step back that they need us, right? That's what they call God. And it's so simple. It's like, just take that on a society level. Just take that on a country level. So we create a store, you know what I'm saying? We revolutionize the game. You know what I'm saying? We show them, okay, when you do this discipline and things and whatever, and we get it out of orders and things. Now, let's say we step back and they store start failing. Our store still, it is what it is, but they store start failing. Let's say we intentionally, we know they about to do that, but we intentionally put money on that. You know what I'm saying? We bet on that. We create circumstances where we know they're going to go into this area and fuck themselves over. So we feed into that. And we put money on that. We create little situations and stuff like that for that to be blown up. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that will be secularism, right? That would be the modern day secularism. That store fucking up, which would be the modern day secularism in America, synonymously. Our store would be the church because we taught the game, right? So we can be like, man, y'all store fucking up because y'all ain't doing like us. Y'all ain't following God. That's what they calling God. That's it. That's it. That's all these smacker monkeys is calling God. So we gotta ask these podcasters and stuff like that that's on these motherfucking things. Do y'all really know the sauce? Or is it a tactic? Okay, so this is when it get down to like, well, why y'all not teaching from the correct aspect, right? Because which is Jewish literature, Masonic art, and Jesuit intellect, right? Jewish literature, basically being able to understand the mysticism of language. Jews got interpreted they shit from the Greeks, where, you know what I'm saying, where mental states is most important, where heaven, it ain't. That's why people say heaven is a mind state. You know what I'm saying? Our Father who art in heaven. Heaven is the sky or the mind. and shit, and I'm the only father. I'm Zeus, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so the Father who's in heaven, you know what I'm saying? And when you got a heaven and a clear sky, you know what I'm saying? You know, that's where you know art happens. You know what I'm saying? Imagination happens. So our Father, our imagination, who are in the mind. You know what I'm saying? So that's like Jewish literature or Masonic art, where you got like pictures of angels and shit like that, and that's a higher thought. Or Jesuit intellect, which is basically um calling the tree from the Bible, which the tree kind of represents the body, the snake represents the desires, and the tree would be and we'll call this a tree. So we kind of correlating it with the mind. So why y'all not teaching from that aspect? So it's either y'all don't know the sauce. So Kelsey, though, the spirit coach, got to get you a shape and form for the age of Aquarius. You know what I'm saying? Drink the wine of Zeus. Or it's a tactic. And I see that tactic, if that is the thing, as very dangerous. Or y'all need to have several seats and let real angels teach. Because y'all putting people, y'all can't even prove y'all Bible. Because God can't enforce himself here. Man has to enforce that. So, which one is it, bitch? And that's pretty much it. That's the tea. That's the tea. So, you know what I'm saying? Don't get lost in these podcasters and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? All of that, we just prove religious God nature being forth, and all of y'all going to hell. You know what I'm saying? Because all of y'all don't know the right aspect. All of y'all going to hell. Because regardless, you have secular people, which they kind of view them as closer to Protestants and stuff like that. And that's people that was like Martin Luther and stuff that was protesting that the Bible shouldn't be followed. But they'll label their mindset as witchcraft or whatever because they're not following the Bible. Yet people like that's into Catholicism and stuff like that, they be doing hymns and eating the blood and shit like that and drinking the bread. You know what I'm saying? All type of reverse dumb shit. And but they'll say y'all doing witchcraft or something like that. That's the type of space that they want to put y'all in and stuff like that. And then so they'll play on having somebody like Donald Trump and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And these new channels. Let me show y'all this shit. Let me show y'all this shit. How this is a real thing, a real agenda. Look. Law and order has been suspended for being woke. So, what does that mean? So they that's what y'all don't understand. They warring on y'all minds right now. Everybody that's not in the context of Christianity, that's a narrative that's kind of being warred on. And then they got a little war going on. He said, y'all not know it's Pisces season, bitch. I need to be like having some imagination and some revelations, spiritual like get out of delusions, like express the most clearest version of not being a delusion. I think that's what Pisces should do. So, what you should do in Pisces. Really. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in hard war spirits and stuff like that, fighting over their religion, spending. Don't ever think that ain't witchcraft. They spending $10,000s of dollars to put people in spaces where they can't even prove the shit themselves. So show me a God that ain't enforced by man. But real spirits can try to help y'all get there. You know what I'm saying? Like we can try to help y'all get there. Like y'all see God with me. I ain't never been to school. You know what I'm saying? I grew up fatherless. You know what I'm saying? I grew up and his shit. You know what I'm saying? Grew up, my my dad had schizophrenia. You know, you can see God in me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm more logical than everybody on the internet right now. So what's the sitch, Wade? What the fuck is the sitch? You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all go fast out of here. You know what I'm saying? So it makes sense. Makes sense. All of these podcasts is being used as a psyop right now. All the podcasts is being used as a psyop. That's what I see. Because y'all all got the wrong starting point. Y'all all sinning. And to sin is to not have a point. You know what I'm saying? You in something. So all y'all in here. All y'all sinning. Y'all not even having no point and stuff like that. In one aspect, you would say God built the world and stuff like that because we got all these buildings and stuff. We got all these nice pillars and things like that. And this is why y'all need to be good as a society, because if y'all follow the religion, but y'all creating that psyop. Like, we don't see that. Y'all create, we know that shit created. You know what I'm saying? So cut it out. Cut it out, buddy. Cut it out, buddy. Y'all can't fuck with Zeus. And I'm back in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Archangel Gabriel. You heard? So, yeah, man. Yeah, man. So yeah, I mean, that's really it. Like, I can add the link if anybody wants to hop in, just talk on the topic and stuff like that. Let's see. If anybody likes to come in and share a couple graceful words and stuff, the link is now in the comments. You know, other than that, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna end the live soon and stuff like that. But yeah, so yeah, we just debunked the whole internet. We just bunked whatever they talking about on Fresh and Fit. We just bunked whatever they talking about on whatever. We just debunked everything. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna find one God that ain't enforced by man and stuff like that. Now you can believe that shit. You know what I'm saying? You can believe that ain't what's happening and stuff like that. But at that point, that's what you believe. Now, you shouldn't believe in anything, but you should believe everything. Okay? So, get these peasants offline. All that money and stuff, all them donations and shit. Man, hold on. Let me put my donation link in this bitch right now. Let me put my donation link. See how much donate. See, real intelligence. It ain't even rewarded for real, cuz that shit kind of crazy. It ain't even rewarded for real. So that let y'all know they good with control, good with psyoping y'all, good with that type of shit. They good with that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me add my donation link to the thing. Niggas be getting $300 donations to say the most dumbest shit online. And I broke that down like a kid doing Legos and shit. You know what I'm saying? The fuck is wrong with these niggas? Trying to enforce they God and stuff like that, but trying to make it seem like they God is some all-powerful being that's gonna strike. Like, what? And then using that against y'all. Weird. It's weird, buddy. It's really weird. It's just really weird. Just really fucking weird, man. The world you guys live in. All right, let me so now since we are saving the world mentally and physically, you guys can deposit like a couple mil in my account. Really appreciate it and stuff like that. And I think that will help the actual the world get better. So make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe. That does help the channel and stuff like that. YouTube is already blocking me to a certain extent. I've been at 1,000 subscribers, but I can't get monetized yet because they don't bullshit. I'm bullshit. Talking about I ain't got over 3,000 views, bro. I can show y'all this shit right now. How many fucking views I got? I mean, what is they call watch hours? My shit well over my shit like 370 to 3,700 really right now. So, you know, I know this content is kind of being censored a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So, no, that's a thing. So yeah, no, it's not. Okay, so now, yeah, now that shit is in the description. Things that nobody click the linky. Nobody click the linky. Okay, so nobody wanna talk to you. So yeah, we're gonna wrap this up, man. Other than that, you know what I'm saying? Everybody get off the internet with that goofy shit and stuff. Until y'all can prove how y'all God can enforce itself, and it ain't a group of men that's about to do that and stuff like that, then I don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? And stuff. And just because y'all know how to build and stuff like that, and know how to follow you know what I'm saying, build a building and stuff like that, don't mean y'all know how to deal with the mind and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't mean y'all God and y'all Bible gotta be followed. Because if we gotta follow the Bible, okay, then let's do that. You know what I'm saying? We should be walking on water and shit like that. What was the time period that is switched that God was like, man, I'm straight. I'm straight. And shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So when they say Jesus lived through me and stuff like that, I should be doing it. So I should be able to do some of that shit too. But no, I do that shit. When I walk on water, you know what I'm saying? I rise above my emotions and feelings. That's the only way I'm going to think about it. You ain't finna tell me no other type of thing. You know what I'm saying? You ain't finna tell me no other type of what? Other type of miracle with other than that. And I know how to rise above my feelings. You know, but yeah, but this is what they not telling you. They like, so, you know, that's why y'all can't go in them back churches and stuff like that. And y'all can't be in them back rooms and stuff because, you know, y'all not really, I don't have to go there physically. You know what I'm saying? I just mentally travel there, boom, get all the information, come back. So, yeah. But yeah, we'll later elaborate on the actual what they should be teaching y'all. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what I do every day. Really, it was just the astrology and how they built the Bible off of. It say in the Bible, you know what I'm saying, stars and stuff like that as well. But you know, it was some added text to make y'all feel like that's some shit y'all shouldn't be doing. But that was to keep control and stuff like that. So, you know, pretty much time is up. And you know, see, oh shit, I still got a little gray on here. Let me change my screen. I like the little change my little screen. Oh, I didn't really update it yet. Oh, I didn't update it yet. Oh, I didn't update it yet. So yeah, man. So y'all just be watching out for these Jesuits and stuff like that, man. And stuff like that, man. So, you know, be very, very, very wise. So Pisces season. So expand your mind and expand your emotional intelligence. Your ability to have a child. You will have this baby, bitch. And that's straight from the Archangel Gabriel. You will have this child, bitch. You will have this child, bitch. You will have this child, bitch. You will. You will. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. You have no faith? You have no faith? You have no faith? Sound like you in a desire. You don't think you can have no children. I ain't even talking about females right now. You don't think you can have no children. You about to get pregnant, bitch. You about to get real pregnant. You know what I'm saying? You about to be filled and with the holiness. And that's another thing, you know what I'm saying? What did it say? Did it say holiness too? I think it said holiness. Yeah, with faith, love, and holiness. And holiness is just the ability to like get ready to be fulfilled. That's all that means. You getting ready to be fulfilled. You will have this child, bitch. Don't worry, bitch. You will have this child. You will have this child, bitch. You will. Thank you all for coming to the Zeuscast. Like I said, you know, you can visit Ceito.world. No more CeitoWorld.com. It's out of commission right now. Ceito.world is the site for all the services. My astrology subscription to meet with me monthly, to do monthly coaching. It's $30 a month. Or you can get the smaller tier subscription, which is $5 a month. Yeah, you can subscribe there. We do daily updates and stuff like that. Meet with me to meet with me monthly. You know what I'm saying? We would have to do, we do 30-day, every 30 days we do an in-person call. You know what I'm saying? Keeping up with the shit. You know what I'm saying? The transits, what you may be going through with your chart. I got more music coming soon and stuff like that. Shout out to all the subconscious community. And yeah, we about to end this thing. Any last words? If y'all like the video, make sure y'all comment, subscribe, like, share, let people know, you know, about this video, you know, the supporting video. We, you know, and I don't really never really ask that, but you know, I always do it for God. It don't really matter. You know what I'm saying? As long as the energy out there and stuff like that, we putting it in the right context. You know, so, you know, people won't be getting lost into these arguments and things, and we'll end up with a whole another 2,000-year situation where it's kind of getting more critical and stuff like that, because, okay, now, you know, they trying to get us into, yeah, like with different, y'all understand, America is a very new and young country in the eyes of the government system, right? So you got like places like the Eastern where they've been like already kind of took it. They already did the store witchcraft that I was talking about on them. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to do that here. This is why you kind of see outrage of what is going on as far as feminism, because they look at the feminine as the negative aspect, or as when something is ran with the feminine shit, you know what I'm saying, it's chaos, because they like to utilize women as that representation. So this is why they bring in women on a podcast, you know what I'm saying, setting these situations up for women and for men that actually got intelligence not to succeed, you know what I'm saying, but blaming it on y'all so they can do some reverse witchcraft and make it so that y'all follow their system where they're God again and claim that y'all not God-like, or y'all, you know what I'm saying? That shit. And they the one that's reprobated because they can't do that with, you know what I'm saying, just being thorough and real and actually tell you the intelligence and stuff like that, and seeing how you could do it for yourself. No, they got to do it as secret and stuff. Secret. So they in the closet, they in their desires, and they can get off out there. Get y'all ass again. Yeah.